Us! Happy Tuesday. It's a take two Tuesday, because this is the second time I'm doing this. I actually did one yesterday. Got the whole thing recorded, did all the editing for it, and I just decided honestly, it made me sound kind of unhinged and unwell, which is not necessarily inaccurate, but I don't know if it's entirely genuine either. Like, it's not as bad as it sounded. So I was like, I can't, I don't want to sound miserable all the time. So I decided to do another recording directly after work, which is like the most miserable that I could be at any given moment. But we're gonna try this. We're gonna do it and see how it goes. Hopefully not as long as the one yesterday. Things are good. I guess to start off, still not smoking. It's been about a month now, so that's a record for me. It's a new record for me. I do have to make one correction for the last diary video. While the government did increase the cigarette prices, they were for the e-cigarettes and not for the regular cigarettes. Bringing the prices like commensurate with the regular cigarettes, because the e-cigarettes were like 200 yen cheaper. So they're all like about the same price now. I don't get e-cigarettes, which is fine because I'm not gonna be smoking them, but they do seem kind of goofy to me. If you're gonna just like destroy your lungs, you might as well just do it with a regular old cigarette and be done with it. Seems a lot easier. But whatever. There's that. Otherwise, like, the last 2 weeks have been kind of treading water. The last 2 weeks, just trying to get a couple of things moving that I wanted to get moving, and they just haven't worked out the way I needed them to. And I think that I've missed the window for this month. I'm probably not gonna be able to pick up the thread on what I was doing until like next month's payday, and we can kind of budget out what things are looking like. Trying to get information about electrolysis stuff, and just having a really hard time like getting straightforward information from clinics, and just finding clinics that offer electrolysis. I would have thought that there would be more places. I did find like a bunch of places that were offering electrolysis, but they were like specifically men's clinics, like men's salons, and like I'm not gonna no. Just no, right? So yeah, I'm just trying to get like some nailed down information about like how much can I expect this to cost, and how often can I do these treatments, and what is it that you need. And I'm just not getting the information that I need. And I know part of this is just not very good with Google, and Google is not a particularly good service, and doing it all in Japanese, and the websites are all in Japanese, so making sure that I'm like actually accessing the correct information in the first place is not super easy to do. But it's not been going particularly great. I kind of got in my head I wanted to look into, we talked like a couple of diary videos back, like I think maybe 2 months back, about like the shaving down the larynx there, because it seemed like a neat thing. And then once it popped into my head, I was like, wow, that seems like a really metal thing that I would actually really like to try. It seems really cool, but unfortunately it turns out that it's 500,000 yen, which I don't get, because they cut my balls off for 200,000. And you would think that that is a procedure of more significance. So if that is like, that's 200,000 yen, you would think like just sandpapering down the larynx some would not be as expensive, but it turns out that it is more than twice as expensive. So that's probably not going to happen. And honestly, that was a pretty big disappointment to find out. Like, there it might be that there's clinics that offer that for cheaper, but I didn't see, from the couple of clinics that I looked at, I didn't see any that were offering it cheap. They were all very upfront about it not being something that you could use insurance for. So that pretty much puts it, I think, out of my leagues, which is a shame. It seemed like a really exciting thing. Like, the more that I thought about it, the more excited I was about it. And then, of course, well, it's just the way it goes. And that's kind of been the shape of the last 2 weeks. Like, just expending a lot of energy and not making a lot of forward progress. I'm trying to keep my like emotional state kind of stable, because it's been real up and down. It's been very bouncy and not particularly enjoyable kind of bouncy. I don't know if anybody's like when you're all over the map that way emotionally, if that's ever enjoyable, but like it hasn't been. I haven't liked it. I've been having some thought things that you get these daydreams, and it's like, I don't know, daydreams I don't feel like is the right word for it really, because like that sounds pleasant, right? You're having a daydream, and it's more like you're kind of locked into this thought line, you know, while you're awake, and it doesn't always go in particularly great directions. The one seems this last set has been a lot of hair focus, like hair coming out, running my hands through my hair and having like big hanks of hair come out while I'm doing that, and you know, like actually being able to feel it, which on one hand it's better than the daydreams where I was like chewing my fingers off and being able to feel that. That was quite distressing. This is distressing in a different way, in the sense that like at least I knew that I wasn't chewing my fingers off. Like there was a baseline at the very bottom. Like no matter how distressed I am by this, no matter how uncomfortable and painful it feels, my brain is telling me I know that it can't be real, you know, because you know, of course, right? But like your hair coming out, and that's something that could happen, you know, maybe not like that, maybe not like movie times radiation sickness hair coming out, but like hair does come out, you know, and it's a couple of seconds you get locked into that mindset and like, is this actually happening? And you kind of have to step back from it and be like, okay, no, it's, first off, my hands are nowhere near my head, and second off, I think all the hair is still attached. So, but yeah, that's been not great. This is not sounding any more hinged than the last one that I did. I hate that. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I had I did have a nice couple of days. Kind of, sort of. Got my shots. The shots went well. Got things set up for Golden Week. That's nice. I do need to finally sit down with these folks and ask them about Prague. I keep on forgetting to do it because I do my shots like first thing in the morning. And then, you know, like, the brain is just like, I want to get this task done and then get on with my life. And then it's always like an hour later, it's like, oh, bitch, you forgot to ask him about Prague again. So there's that. But, like, you know, it's always pleasant. Like, I really do like that clinic. I like the nurses and the doctor that's there. So, like, I do like going into it. It's a kind of a high point of my weeks. Got my hair cut a little bit. Like, it's always just cutting the ends off just to keep it growing kind of deal, and hopefully get it to catch up, because like this is the back, the bottoms where I was shaving it is finally really grown out, but it's like it's not grown out to the extent that the rest of it is. So we're trying to encourage it and maybe encourage further growth, like have a full head of hair, which I don't like. It doesn't really do that, because like my hair is so curly that even when it's like long, it just like shoots up and it just curls up, and so it looks short regardless. So it won't be super obvious, but like it was nice. I go to a little cheapo, you know, it's like 1,400 yen to just get a super quick haircut type of deal, and you know, they were nice to me. Yeah, lots of walks. Been taking some long walks. It was really nice. I got the streaming pile. There's a little bit of baseball, I guess, but the old set of streaming pile videos are all finished. I got them all uploaded. You know, they've all been edited and all of that. So that entire from 2019 to 2024 of LBP streams. They're all chopped up. They've all been, every level's been made into videos. Turned out 1,179 levels played. There's actually probably more that we did play, but we lost like a chunk of time when the laptop blew up. Not recently. This was like way back. Like if you go back, there's like a gap between when we played Doom and then when we play Resident Evil Remake 3. And in between that period, we had Resident Evil Remake 1 and 2 that we lost the VODs for because like the laptop was destroyed. So there were LBP level plays during that period that we unfortunately we don't have those. They're lost media, just like the video of this that I already did. But yeah, that's like a pretty big major project that I've finished up, and it's maybe time to kind of take a step back and think about how I'm engaging with internet and engaging with video making. I'm probably not gonna do that, but I should. This would be the perfect time to do it, so who knows, maybe I will. And that's like that's life. It's pretty quiet. There's been a lot of frustration, but I like it's weird because like I feel like I should be more down than I am. I feel like I should be in a depressive state that I'm not. I'm glad, like I'm not gonna complain about it. But it is weird because like I have had a lot of stuff that's going on that's just like not really happy. But I'm alive, and we're a minute shorter than it was when I did it the last time. So I think we're gonna put a ribbon on this here. It's just kind of a boring week. It's a boring diary video this time, but that's maybe sometimes boring is best. So from me, Risco here in Tokyo. To all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, arigasama, arigasama, ariota, sayonara, see you, and ciao.